Welcome back to another episode of Everyday Epiphanies podcast where we sit up here and yap and yap and yap about a variety of miscellaneous topics. And we back to the yapping y'all ear.
Whole lot of guava.
Oh shit.
So,
Yep.
I'm just gonna read this out. I ain't gonna have no finesse because I have it in my notes. So, today's topic, and feel free to ask me, you guys, as we navigate this. But I wanted to speak on self-proclaimed kindness for people who like to say, because there's a whole lot of nice guy activity out there. So, self-proclaimed kindness and self-proclaimed ignorance for everybody who's like, I don't give a fuck, like that, and the spectrum on that. Yeah. Before I even go to the second half of this, I just want to input. No. I'm gonna save it. So the next half of the topic is being delusional and being humble. Is it possible to be delusional and humble at the same time?
At the same damn time.
I'm a for that second half, I'm a hard say no. Like, nah, I don't think it's possible. I think you are already delusional if you think you're humble and still think that you're the best at something.
I don't know. But
Does
no.
Nope. Go ahead.
Nah, I was gonna say on your first topic,
Yeah.
I'm in the boat of I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because it doesn't fucking matter, bro. At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. When you die, you can't take any of this shit with you. If you die, when you reincarnate, you're not gonna remember none of this shit. So it doesn't matter.
Fair.
It really doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. It don't. And truthfully, if you can't control it, why the fuck you worrying about it? Why? Like, you have no control over it, so why even, control it? Well, I mean, you get upset type shit.
I was just gonna say that's why I wrote down the spectrum underneath it, because it's like both are extremes, and I know people claim whether they're nice or I don't give a fuck. Because to me, I don't give a fuck is inherently you subscribing to, I'm just gonna say it. I feel like it's like subscribing to ignorance almost. It's like you see the shit, but not enough life to live. Fuck it. Yeah. It's like that. But I don't know. And on the whole other opposite end of the spectrum, if you think you're nice, that's what I was gonna say earlier. It's the whole. There's several quotes on this, but the two that come to mind is the whole world can't be crazy, and so like if you think something, and this goes into the second quote, which is, if the world isn't saying it, like it's pretty much essentially the feedback that you're getting. If the world isn't saying it to you, I'm sorry to tell you, but you ain't it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was gonna say, like, great example of me being on a spectrum of not giving a fuck. Yeah. Remember that time we was in Walmart and all them and them people stole all them clothes and they just ran right past us?
Yeah.
We could have stopped them. We could have.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We didn't.
No, bro.
We didn't. I mean, because, Marty, we had the utmost amount of time. Bro, we could have tripped them.
I didn't see them until they passed.
I saw them.
Clothes dropping off.
I saw them. Like, but again,
I'm not stopping no Walmart thief.
Exactly. It has and that goes into the whole thing of not giving a fuck because it don't have shit to do with me. Them stealing doesn't affect me. So therefore, why? Why should I care? And then the Walmart people had them like, stop them. No.
Man,
For
I
what?
remember I was like, in that particular scenario that he's bringing up, I saw the lady who was yelling, "Stop them!" before I saw the people, and I was like, "Who?" And they walked, and they ran past. I was like, "Them?"
Damn, it's too late now.
I mean, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Yeah, like it was two girls, bro. Like
Oh yeah, yeah.
I could have called them. I could have called them.
Yeah. We definitely could have called.
And even when we walked out, we walk into the car, and I'm thinking, and I remember this vividly because I had this. I don't get anxious much, but I remember feeling that. Like, and now that I'm older, I know for sure I was more excited because I'm like, yeah, I could get these motherfuckers. Like they not, you know. And I remember I yelled hard. I was like, hey. You remember they got scared and like dove. They dove into a car and the car like peeled off.
That's on my hey. Why you scared him like
Bro, that? Because I'm like, in my mind, in that time, I wasn't acting on the feeling, but it's like, bro, fuck y'all. I just walked out. I had to pay for some shit. It's kind of like the line story we just went through with you. I would be the guy in front. You're not gonna fucking. I give a fuck.
I feel you.
But I clearly didn't give enough of a fuck to act in the moment. I didn't, and that's only because I'm with my homies, and I'm also thinking I don't know what this escalates. I'm also thinking like I don't got no weapon on me right now. They might.
Right. I would like to chime in on this.
Go crazy.
Yeah, go.
I'm gonna chime in on this and say, I'm gonna just be upfront. I do believe that I'm a nice person. Wholeheartedly. I don't feel like people say this to me. Actually, I'll take that back. Yeah. People do say it to me sometimes. Sometimes they say it to me as in it's a fault.
Okay.
Right? And so, follow me here. This will go directly piggybacking on something that you said, and I can't.
Okay.
I'm gonna just talk it through. So, it's sometimes I'll go through like just a normal day, and by the end of it, I'll be like, I should have been an asshole in this situation. It's one of those things where I feel like I don't know how to not be nice. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Like I'll go through the whole day and I'll be like, damn, am I too nice? It's weird because I have to question that. Or like I'll get into a conversation with the client or something, and then after, like, the supervisor will come up front like, oh, I heard this conversation. Like, you don't have to be that nice. You don't have to say sorry to them. You don't have to say this. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Like, they all about this certain type of mentality, right? And I even joke around and say, like, I'm the nicest guy you know. I say that to people all the time, and they usually combat that with, probably low key, unless they know Phan.
No, Cap. No. No. That's
You
funny.
feel what I'm saying? They be like, nah, he's a nice one. No, but I guess what I'm really honing in on is that it's weird how I have to question that at the end of the day. Like, I have to question how I want to move from now on. Like, as an adult, I have to not be as nice as I am. And it kind of fucking sucks. And I feel like this is also, I'm going to just keep going. I feel like this is also one of those things that you can, it's, both mentalities are taught. I don't think you innately know how to be nice. I don't think you innately know how to be an asshole. And I'm not saying that the other side of the spectrum is an asshole. I'm just using that word because I know Courtney said he on the other side of that. I don't think you an asshole, bro.
Well, that's because I'm nice to y'all. See, I don't want to cut you off. I want to let you finish,
Okay,
but I just want to say, I'm literally nice to y'all. Like, I've learned because Phan can even tell you it. I didn't have my manager when we worked at the admissions. She sat down and told me like, Courtney, you wear your emotions on your face. I'm like, what? She's like, yes. Everyone knows when you are pissed off because they can see it. So I literally, when I go out in the world, I literally have to wear a mask. I have to be nice to get what I want. Therefore, I'm nice to y'all. I'm only nice to everybody else because I want something from them. Other than that, can't last, bro.
That's it.
Go ahead, finish, man.
I feel you. I feel it. That does make sense. But I'm gonna keep going and saying that I guess where I was at was it's not in like natural. You don't just grow up and be like, oh, I'm nice where I'm this. It's somebody tells you how to do this. Right? And sometimes I feel like, damn, why wasn't I taught how to be an asshole? Or I'll even get into like, say you at a four-way stop sign and niggas don't read the sign. Yes, this could also be because they don't know the rules of the road. This could also be that thing. But like just common courtesy, you let the old lady cross the street. Type shit, right?
Right.
If you zooming around other cars to get past this crosswalk with an old lady in it, right? Who taught you that? Who the fuck taught you that, bro?
Yeah.
Or it's like the asshole is the one that does get what they want. Like they come in like, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I want a discount. I want my 50% off. Fuck y'all. And they gonna get it.
Yeah.
Whereas the nice guy there, is it a possibility for me to possibly get 50% off? He finna get fried. Get the fuck out of here. We finna charge you extra. You feel me?
That's
And
crazy.
like that's what it feel like being nice. And like I said, I just be stepping back sometimes like, damn, I really wish somebody would have taught me how to not care. I be caring too much. So I guess I don't even know what the question was no more, but that's my stance on that. Like it's hard being being nice in all signs. It's like red arrows pointing like, nigga, you don't be nice. But it's hard not to be like,
Yeah.
if I don't know, I'm giving motherfuckers benefit of the doubt. And I know I shouldn't. I'm saying I'm second guessing things like this. Like I feel like, sorry if I'm rambling, but I feel like
No, you're not.
I go back and forth with this. I see both sides all the time. Like I'll get a message and I'll feel some type of way about it. And instead of me just feeling the type of way, I'll be like, all right, what was they thinking when they said this? You get me? Or kind of like y'all Walmart situation, right? I'm gonna just use this as an example. When I'm gonna just use this as an example. Like you see these ladies stealing, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mind goes to, okay, they're stealing. Damn, that's fucked up. But motherfucker probably can't get a job. They probably own anything. Anything is going wrong. You feel me? Like, let's look at the clothes they stealing. Are these baby clothes? Are these adult clothes? Like, I'm trying to see both sides of this shit all the time. And I'm not saying this is a good thing. I'm saying this shit is hard. Because I care. I give a fuck about a lot of shit. And I wish somebody would have taught me how to not. So I feel like a lot of times I'm teaching myself how to not care. Or like I'm teaching myself how to let small things not bother me. Like things that would bother a nice nigga. You feel me? Like blatantly getting cut off. That's like people that it's like, I don't give no fuck, will be like, oh, that conversation wasn't for me, no way. Meanwhile, I'm like, fuck, why did I get cut off?
Right.
You feel me? Like, I wouldn't have done that to them. You feel me? If we're having a conversation, this is a back and forth situation. Why am I getting cut off here? Whereas the other side of the spectrum, like I said, would just be like, conversation wasn't for me. No way, I'm gone. I'm over here. I'm doing something else now.
Yeah.
And it's that I don't get no fuck mentality that I would like. I'm trying to tap into that. And again, not saying it's a good or bad thing, but it is. They are two different entities. So I'm gonna leave it right there.
I think it's just, how can I put this? I think it's just character traits, man. Because I believe we talked about this, like, I don't know how many fucking podcasts ago. But I was talking about, like, astrology and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's essentially just how you were born, per se, right? Because you are a glass half full type of guy. I'm a glass half empty. Like, like, no,
Yeah.
like, for real. Because just, like, you're either, when you're born, bro, you're either optimistic or pessimistic. I mean, of course, you can go the other way, depending on life choices. But
Yeah.
you're born with character stats in one or the one more in the other. So it's just like it's just how it is.
Yeah.
And like from my point of view, right, how I see things is, which could also be like the shit that I interested in, and the shit that I listen to and all that shit. So I was like, I'm more pessimistic than I am optimistic because, one, I know that if I want something, if I want to get something from that's outside of my group, I have to be nice. Where in your world, right, you see it as like you have to be an asshole. So like how we see things are two different things. Crazy, right? Crazy, right? And here, and like in my world, right, I don't put shit past no one. Just because I know you and just because you're human, I don't put shit past no one. It doesn't matter if I know you or not. Anybody is capable of anything. We could be friends for 30 plus years, and if the cops come to me and be like, yeah, have you seen so recently? Blah blah blah. Capital murder. I ain't seen them, but I don't put it past them. Probably did do it. Type
Facts.
shit, man.
I feel you.
If one of y'all wonderful, triple. Man, I don't put it past them, bro. They probably did do it.
Makes sense to me.
Right? Exactly, man. Cause
Like, now that you see that, he ain't snapped in some years,
Bro.
So that's not crazy.
Cause like you just said, Mark, you don't know what's going on in a person's life, so
Right.
they probably did do it, man. It ain't saying like I don't trust you niggas, but hey, you never know, man. You ain't no killer, but don't push him,
I'm close to the edge.
Right. Yeah.
Trying.
How we see things is crazy. Like our worlds are different, bro.
Okay. That's I've never thought of it from that point of view.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty insane to hear. I hate going outside and being nice. Oh my God. I hate going outside and being an asshole. This is crazy. I just want to eat fries and have a nice time.
But,
bro.
But it also goes into the whole opposites attract thing. You're going to attract the opposite. So if you are nice, you're going to attract a lot of asshole people. Because negative energy likes positive energy, and and positive tries to beat the shit out of negative. So
trying to heal all the dark souls around. You niggas are evil.
Evil.
Exactly.
Bro, man. Wow. Every villain is lemons, man. I'm telling you.
That was stupid.
Oh man.
I love SpongeBob, man.
Cause them niggas are sour, bro. Villains are sour.
Real lemon grabs, boy.
Oh man.
I was just gonna
Unacceptable.
say, this shit is unacceptable. Look at this shit.
Oh man.
Man,
Yeah.
of course I got mad bullet points from everything y'all said.
Mhm.
But I think I wanna say this is great how this is working out because I'm for sure right in the middle, man. I have completely relinquished thinking I'm anything. I want to give a fuck so bad,
Mhm.
but I'm over being nice. I wrote down where is it at? Dang. I don't even think I wrote it down, but it's in my head, so it's okay. Um oh I did. I wrote down followers and leaders. Uh and I think we spoke on this on the podcast when we were talking about like leadership or we were talking about managers and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, bro, you have to be a good follower first before you can be a good leader. I don't care what the situation is. Like, I, and that's why I wrote this down as a second bullet point. It's the quote: "If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together." And I am on that's another spectrum, and I'm like, eh. So on the spectrum of the topic, part of the topic, right? On do you feel like you're kind or the self-proclaimed kindness or self-proclaimed ignorance on like I don't give a fuck. And I only labeled it as ignorance because it's like you give a fuck about something.
Yeah.
Like even Gordy said, like he's like I'm being nice because this is something I want.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So to say it's kind of like I'm gonna go off on this mini thing and come right back, but it's like it's
Mhm.
that no one wants to work at a job. Everyone
No.
wants to do what they want to do, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna go in this place to my boss and be like, "Fuck this job, bro." I'm not gonna do that.
You could though.
I could
Yeah, you could.
if I didn't. If I didn't give a fuck, but I'm gonna be like, "Hey, how's your day going?"
Mhm.
Because neither one of us, if I had to bet my last dollar, I'm sure none of us want to be here right now. So I'm not gonna, So yeah,
Oh,
that.
shit. I feel you.
So I'm going back and forth on that spectrum, and I'm going back and forth on the do I want to go fast or do I want to go far? Um, but yeah, no, I think everyone needs to be a follower if you want to learn how to be a good leader. And it's a place. It's a place for everything. I'm just tired of running into um it's weird because piggybacking off what Courtney said in terms of uh opposites attracting, because I'm in the middle, I have both. I have I have a ton of people who don't give a fuck, and I'm not talking about the ones who revere me as friend, ones that piss me off, right?
Mm.
And the ones who uh are nice, but I'm not calling on them for shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm not asking for anything. So that's just why I'm in the middle where I'm like, I just think I want to go fast, which is on the spectrum of not giving a fuck. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I need what I need and I need my money now. I'm
Yeah.
trying to I'm a,
JG
Yeah.
Wentworth.
yeah, man, right? Like so the other thing I wrote down was a lot. Um James and Courtney are the first to put me on to 48 Laws. It was
Mm.
both individually felt like I had already moved like that, and I hadn't read it yet. Um, yeah, it's just wisdom to me, and ironically, I think 48 Laws is just a more in depth, less parable driven book of Proverbs to me. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just speaking on like what was one of them? because I can't recall 48 laws like that off the top of my head,
I
but I
can't
know one
either.
of them
It's
was
been
like,
so long since I read it.
yeah, I know one of them is like to never outshine the master, right? And that's pretty much saying on the second half of this, are you able to be humble and delusional at the same time? Because if you're delusional, you're outshining the master every time. You're like, it's not better than me. You know, you will never, if you're truly delusional, you're not able to give homage to who came before. You know,
Hmm. I ain't never heard it put like that.
it's kind of like Mike Tyson. When you hear him speak, he's like, I'm the greatest ever. And when a Mayweather or somebody comes up and says that they're the best, he lets them speak and he laughs. He never says anything. He doesn't agree. The kindness is just shutting the fuck up. Because he's
Mm.
like, yeah, ain't no way. You're not beating me. Now. He's like, I don't care how old you are, how old
Even
I
right
am.
now,
Now.
you're
You're
not.
not beating me.
Mm-hmm.
Or everybody's favorite anime character, Sasuke.
Ain't no humble bone in that man
Oh
body,
no,
bro.
he got humble. He humble now.
Right? Right. True. Very true.
He said facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that man got humble now, man.
Um, but yeah, nah, I just for the second one though. Wait, let me make sure I'm not jumping the gun. Because I wrote down hella when y'all was talking, especially when Marty was talking. Yeah. So I think I wrote down parenting yourself in adulthood. Um realizing that
Good.
realizing that you need to adjust. Cause like 10 out of I shouldn't say 10 out of 10, that's speaking for self, but like 9 times out of 10, I feel like for human beings, your parents probably swayed you or tried to sway you too far on the spectrum or didn't do enough. So now you're too far one way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really about self-evaluating and getting yourself in the middle ground. I don't think anyone is supposed to be too far on the nice guy, too far on the I don't give a fuck. I think you're supposed to find what you give a fuck about and stand firm on that for both sides. Like if it's something that you give a fuck about, that's gonna reel you in from being too nice. That kind of goes back to the conversation on the pod about the person in line, because and it might not be that situation for you because we discussed as men that we, evaluate the situation at hand. Are we ready for the conflict that ensues from this? You know,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, the parenting yourself as an adult is a whole other bag. But I damn, there was some I wanted to spin from that. It was some along the lines of yeah, just creating yourself. I think the way I'm navigating life now, I'm incorporating all our pods into this particular conversation. But when Courtney asked again, do you allow other people's energy to pretty much stick with you when they're like off? If they're angry, sad, when we're communicating, because you were asking, you know, pretty much do we allow them to continue to speak even if you're not mentally there? I think it was the bandwidth conversation.
Yeah, like if pretty much no, the question I had posed like, does that affect you? Like for example, if you and your girl is in two different rooms and her energy of her being mad connects to yours.
Yeah. And I'm just saying, like, for me in my parenting myself, no, I'm not, because that falls in the spectrum of being too nice. I'm okay.
Yeah.
And I'm so okay that I am okay enough for both of us. I'm not going to be in disarray because you're in disarray and now we are in disarray and now my relationship might be sabotaged because I couldn't keep it together. I feel like that's right in the middle. And I'm
Yeah.
also not going to not give a fuck enough to not check in. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm not attentive. And now you know, now she's gonna be like, you don't give a fuck about me.
Right.
You knew something was up. I didn't talk to you for X amount of time.
Fact,
That,
bro.
you know, that like.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm single.
But I mean, it's people stuff, and I'ma always reel it in, bro. You not ducking it. It's the same at work. You're like, everything all right with you? I'm like, yeah. Why? You just been off. You've been distant. You haven't been communicating with the team lately.
I've never had that happen. I'm so glad.
Bro, wait till if you touch anything at a level of corporate, anything, they want you to be integrated.
I'm gonna just say those exact words. She didn't say off. She said funny.
Yeah.
And my answer to her was, "No, I'm chilling," and that upset her.
I couldn't.
I'm just chill. I'm gonna do the meme again, bro.
I
It's
couldn't
spelled way back.
see. That's because so this goes to your other point. Well, one of your points. I think it was a point where you said follow a leader.
Yeah.
I can't be neither one. And what I mean is, right, I can't really follow because, like, I see people's mistakes and I'm like, that's stupid. And then they be like, well, why don't you get up here and show us how to do it? I don't want to do that either. So I just want to, yeah, right. My bad. Like, you know, what you're doing right now is stupid and it doesn't make sense. But I could tell you how to do it the right way, but I'm not because I don't want to be a leader. So you get what I'm trying to say? It's just
100%, 100%. And again, it's great how this is unfolding, or how you guys depicted the whole glass half empty, glass half full. I'm just happy I got water because I'm gonna drink that shit. And my thing is, like, I'm talking about a spectrum, and it was a bullet point. It was common courtesy and common sense, and I do feel like that's a spectrum too. And I feel like a lot of people don't have either.
Yeah.
But if you do, for common sense and common courtesy,
Okay.
I feel like that's a spectrum too. I feel like the common courtesy falls on the nice side, and the common sense falls on the I don't give a fuck side. I feel like a lot of people with a ton of common sense don't give a fuck. I mean, you know, honestly, that could go for both. That doesn't have to be that, actually. I should not make it like that, because I feel like nice people also have common sense, which on our last episode, we were talking about J. Cole. That's the reason why I was like, I would never make an enemy of the nice guy. Because just like Courtney just said, I do not put it past them to snap. Because the minute you stop giving a fuck, and you've only been giving a fuck, your descent to I don't give a fuck is going to be so rapid and so violent that, like, yeah, like I'm not
out of plane without a parachute.
Nah, it's gonna be school shooter. You know, you're gonna be.
No, I'm talking about that's how fast you're gonna descend. Jumping out of plane without a parachute.
Nah, for sure.
No ripcord. He just out there.
Just straight nose dive, man.
Just bust through the door and jump out.
Talk about a halo jump.
Yeah. What was it? Ordinance. Boy, you're gonna be hurtling towards the earth. But yeah, man. I really wanted to speak on this though, just because I've been running into a lot of people who be feeling like they nice, and people who think that they're humble. And I'm sorry, the humble one hits my ears more wrong than the nice one. The people who be claiming they humble, I'm looking at you like, you said it. If you humble, you never supposed to, like, the definition of humble, it's not to think less of yourself. It's to think of yourself less. You're too caught up here with it. If you think to yourself, I'm humble, it's that whole analogy. If you're reaching for something and it's gonna keep going away because you're reaching for it, you gotta just not. That's not what you're chasing.
Yeah.
You're chasing to be the solution to a lot of the world's problems, and people will acknowledge that if you're effectively doing it.
Right. And as soon as somebody acknowledges you, you're gonna say, "Oh, I ain't care. I was just doing it."
Because you weren't
That's
even looking for
right,
that.
right. Like you said the other episode, you were talking about J. Cole being out in the world. He done forgot that he was J. Cole. He just outside on a bike.
And just like the other episode with J. Cole, where we were talking about whatever his line was about do not disturb and not being able to knock on the door or not being able to knock it if it's about the door.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like this is why it irritates me. It's because if you're close enough to me to admit that you think that you're humble, you should be close enough to me to where I can critique you and say you shouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I follow up and say, you saying it out loud, I'm sorry, bro, but you got to cut that because you're not as humble as you think. Just off the rip, you said that out loud. But in the events that I have actually done this, it hits wrong. I clearly hit a nerve when I say it. And it's like, there ain't no competition. I'm not competing with you at this.
Mm-hmm.
No one is. This is a gentle nudge in the direction you clearly want to go. Don't do that no more.
Yep.
Let me be the last person you say that to. If this is truly what you want.
Fair.
And for the delusional people, just sit on your side of the spectrum of not giving a fuck. I'd rather you combo delusion with not giving a fuck. And in that analogy of if you want to go fast, go alone, choose that.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. be Michael. Michael is the stop it. You know?
Yeah.
He was delusional. He's like, I'm about to beat this. Y'all can't touch me. I'm that good. No, I don't need the team. The team need me. Delusional.
That's fuck.
It's hell. But I mean, whatever you got to do to gun ho to that position. He went fast. Was it true? Fuck no. But for the era, you know, there was plenty of people who let him eat that up and gave it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Man, still got a statue out this way. So
it's a great statue. If you haven't seen it,
phenomenal.
go check that out. It's a nice statue. There are other statues there too. Look,
Yes.
I'm the promoter. Pull up, man. Derrick Rose finna be in the rafters. Side note, that's super side note, but
He
shout
need a
out Derrick
statue.
Rose because
He
that
need a
nigga
statue.
cold.
We might not get another one of them. He need a statue. I don't give a fuck if he wasn't able to. It need to be somewhere. It don't got to be right there,
Mm-hmm.
but somewhere in the city. I would appreciate.
I think
Derrick
we
Rose.
all would. They're having a Derrick Rose night soon, and maybe they might.
That would be nice.
That would be really cool. I know that's super side note. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay because I mean I think he was also delusional, but like I think there are people. Here's another thing I wanted to speak on, man. I am impressed with, and this is not necessarily in either of the brackets of the topics that I gave,
Mm-hmm.
but I am impressed with people's ability to shut the fuck up on both sides of the spectrum. If you're that nice guy that got hella shit going and I don't know, that's impressive. If you're a dude who doesn't give a fuck, but you're delusional as hell and have, again, hella shit going for you and I don't know, that's impressive. The people who yap all the time
Mm-hmm.
on what you're trying to do, what you think is an accomplishment, you know, it's not, I'm not saying that there's a problem to congratulate yourself to your homies or to the people who you care about, but like being braggadocious and being all over either the internet or to people who are strangers and really don't give a fuck, those people who name drop in every conversation, that shit's annoying. Yeah. Just wanted to throw that in this.
Yeah,
Social media, man, it's poison.
it
Poison.
really is though.
Yeah, man. But yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm in the middle. I feel like I'm more nice leaning,
Hmm.
but I'm trying to dial it back, man. I am. I think it's unhealthy to be too nice.
I just that bothers me
What, that is unhealthy to be too nice?
that you even have to
Dial it back.
think about it.
Think about it or dial it back or both.
Both.
I mean, it's human, bro. Like you can still be that. It's kind of like how hard are you gonna work to combat the reason why you have to dial it back? Like I'm still gonna be my utmost uh kind self.
Hmm.
Like I'm still gonna present myself as a help, I guess, to people if able. But on this opposite end, I am working really hard to be proficient with weaponry. I'm working really hard to know how to take you out in the fastest way possible, if need be.
Mm.
That does not mean that I'm gonna stop presenting myself. But now, if I'm being nice and your body language is looking kind of off, I might have to break your elbow or something, bro. Like,
Hmm. Might have to handle it.
yeah, right. Fuck your nose up right quick.
Yep.
Right up the
That'd take him out real quick.
now, real quick.
Wouldn't even see it coming. Nope.
For sure. But like, nah, genuinely though, like that's exactly what I mean.
Hmm.
Like if you're self-aware enough to know that there's been too many people to walk over you, then I think it needs to be put into your schedule what you're gonna do to help make yourself less vulnerable. Because that's kind of like how I feel like the human food chain kind of works. And I feel like I do think that this is a race thing. So hear me,
Okay.
hear me. I'm tired of black people being servants. Okay, and
Bro.
that's just where I'm at with it. White people know how to play the game. Asian people know how to play the game.
Bro.
Mexicans or Hispanics. I'm sorry, Hispanics have the most finesse, in my opinion, of being like right in the middle, but getting all the dough. Like they're still friendly, but they getting their money. But
Hmm.
white people are the ones that know they cut that cutthroat on. They the ones that are salesmen that know how to get straight to the top. They know how to finesse taxes, not pay
Hmm.
shit. Like black
Hmm.
people
Yeah.
over here trying to play by the rules and are losing every day.
Every single day.
Bro, okay. I got a couple things. So, one, I wouldn't consider myself delusional because, like, I know that, I don't give a fuck, and I'm very aware of the shit that I do, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
For, like, example, I'm not going to throw names out there, but it was a situation, I know Phan probably remember. It was a certain individual with a Nintendo DS. Yeah.
Mm.
Essentially, Marty, he was in your boat. He was nice.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
He left his DS in my car, and he ain't get that shit back. Yeah,
Oh, did he come looking for it?
he did. Again, I'm very aware of the things that I do. Was it fucked up?
This
Yes,
is
it
my
was.
shit now, bro.
But I'm very aware of the shit that I do. I wouldn't consider myself delusional. Another thing, I am also tired of black folks being fucking nice as hell. This shit bothers me. This shit fucking bothers me, bro. Like, okay, I was on Twitter, right? And which is obviously the worst place to be, but
Yep.
so this it was a video of this chick. I guess she was Hispanic or whatever, and she was saying the N word, right? And you know how black people get. Oh, you're not
Yeah,
black, shouldn't say the N word, blah blah blah.
yeah.
My thing is, man, just knock them the fuck out. I'm at this point where Well, like I'm no, like for real, bro. I'm at this point where I'm tired of our people complaining about other motherfuckers using the N word. If you don't want them to use it, just knock their ass out, bro. Call it a day. Cause if not,
The cancel's supposed to be enough. No,
it's not, bro. It's not. Fucking
it'll
cancel.
never be enough.
It will never be enough, bro. Like if y'all feel this strongly about someone using the N word, just knock them out. Just hit them. What? Why are you complaining? Like, hey, fuck out, bro. Like I don't get it, man. I really don't fucking get it.
Have you ever heard it in the wild? On super side note.
No, I never heard it.
Her. What do you mean heard it in the wild? Like
Just being out on planet Earth doing whatever.
I have been called the hard R 5 times
directly.
Yeah.
by white folks. Yes, 5 times to my face. I have been.
I've never been called that directly. Ever.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Either, but yeah.
Nah, yeah. The funniest one was a random older white guy. I was in a gas station, and it wasn't even my fault. The dude at the register, which is also hilarious. This is like a whole racial joke, you know, like because it was a Middle Eastern descent behind the register, and he couldn't find what I was looking for, and buddy behind me was complaining about hard ERs, and I turned around and I laughed at him. He's like, "What's so funny?" I'm like, "You being upset at what?" He's like, "You're kind," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's the funny part, bro." And I turned back around, and I'm sitting here, and he's still hooping and hollering. And my thing is, at this point in my life, bro, I have been in an crazy amount of hostile environments. This dude doesn't scream hostile at all. He seems old and senile, and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Like, so for me, he's lucky I'm one of the wiser black people, because I what is this gonna do for me? If I beat your ass, it's not gonna make me feel better. I'm not mad because you're calling me that, and I've said this on record. It's not a trigger for me. Maybe it's because of my ignorance. But real life, if a grown man, I don't care what your race is, you call me a bitch, that shit sends me way worse. I don't know why, it just does. It's like, oh, I got your bitch. Like I'm here for that. But dude throwing the race at me, I'm like, dude, it is. What age you dated? I'm sorry, my black homies offend me more. This is. My ancestors probably would have tried to kill you, but me, I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. My dudes got shot. You looking real soft to me right now. I could run you
really
for all
fragile.
your worth. Right, and he didn't even look like he was worth. But yeah, every situation where that happened, and like analyzing each situation, every person looked crazy. And it doesn't look, nor does it feel like when I'm around black people and I know they're about to try to run my fade, or they're about to try to, take some shit that's mine. That's scarier. That's more anger-inducing for me than someone who's white trying to offend me. Sorry, my mind's not that low on the spectrum where you can move me like that and get me to lay hands.
Right.
Personally, I know black people be up on it, but that's just that was where I was at in my situation. Right, where it was said to my face. That's where I was at. But that does not make it right. But that's what we're talking about, spectrums. No. The other one, I'm not going to talk on all of them. This one's going to be a lot shorter. But the other one, it was a Black Friday day. And I was behind the register. And the lady was mad because the store didn't have something that she wanted. And she let that shit fly. Mind you, I got a black girl next to me and black people in line behind her. And she let that fly. And her husband was like, he held her, said, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "Bro, I'm cool." Dude, girl at the register ran to the back because she was finna flip shit. People in the line leaned out and was like, "What did he say?" I'm like, No, it's cool. They're like, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's cool." That was And then
to you, like,
yeah,
damn,
yeah.
bro, give her them discounts.
All
Give
three
her them
managers came
discounts.
out from the back. They sent me to the back. I'm like, I'm all right. They're like, no, just go. I'm like, okay. I'm like,
What the
okay.
fuck?
Yeah, man. That one was funny because then the people in line came and found me and they were like, you sure you don't want to? Because they was up for me. I think that's the only time in my life I felt like black people for sure had my back because they was ready to beat his ass. They like, you can keep your job. We'll do this. We can go. We don't even stay up this way. We visiting for the holidays.
For the holiday.
No, like,
Crazy.
yeah. I'll never forget that. That one was the only other interesting one to me
Okay.
for the sake of the experience. But
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I've never been called the word. I had an incident, but I've never been called the word.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I was
Always. Go ahead.
I was supposed to be doing work in one of the other buildings, and this old Asian lady wouldn't open the door. Nigga, I got heated. That was the first time my assistant director ever saw me pissed off, bro. Because it wasn't the fact that you're racist. It's the fact that you're trying to prevent me from doing my fucking job. Bitch, I got a job to do. I already don't want to be here. Like, literally, bro. One, I don't want to be at work today. Two, I don't want to work in this building. So that's double. And three, you don't want to open the door? Bro.
The quicker you let me in here,
Facts.
the quicker I'm gone.
Bro.
Facts.
It was funny because my assistant director, like, after I went back, because before I even went back and told my assistant director what happened, she wouldn't let me in through the front door. So I went back to my building and went through the tunnel. Right? Luckily, that door was locked, bro. That door was locked too. I was like, yep. Oh my God, saved her ass today, bro. Yeah.
You
I want
the ladies alone.
Bro.
Did you have anything to add? Do you have a story, Marty? Or no?
No, mine. I guess just general shit. Mine is normally just I can see the look. You look at me. You. Okay, I'm gonna say this. The looks to me, I always say they're racist, but actually sitting here thinking about it, they seem to be more probing.
Yeah.
Looks.
It can still be profiling / stereotyping though.
You feel me? It's like you'll hear me talk, and you'll be like, or like I'll step in the room and you already got this thought about me, like in my head, like I don't think maybe sometimes I dress like a nigga. I'm gonna just put this out there. I'm not gonna tell y'all where, but I work in a place that's very white. The neighborhood is very white. Like, it's so white to where there's this running joke. Anytime I see a black person, I will verbally say out loud, "Black people," just like that. And everybody in the room will be like, "You can't say that." I'm like, "God, you can't say that." I'll be like, "Yes, I can." I haven't seen enough black person in weeks. I'm gonna say it. I say it all the time. I'll see one just walking down the street, black people, or like I'll see a dude with dreads. I'm like, "Look, you got dreads." It could be like, dude. I'll just be like, any culture that's in the neighborhood, I'll be like, "This is it." But most of the time, I'm just getting like random looks, like, "What is he? Why is he in this neighborhood?" Or what kind of credentials? And I say probing because, again, it's usually before I open my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And then as soon as I start talking, you're like, oh, especially when I start doing my job, then you really like, oh,
right,
this nigga knows. I mean, yes. So yeah. I don't have no like specific stories or nothing though.
No, that's still good to me. I wanted to add this too, as at this point, if you are a part of the Everyday Epiphanies podcast fan base, so you just following it all. Yeah, I've gone on record to talk about side quests, and I think all of my side quests have alluded to me not being so affected by words, like from childhood up till now. The N word will never be that thing to shake me. I don't care how heated the debate gets, the conversation gets. Is no. Um, Also, I've had the pleasure or displeasure of being spoken to about from white people and black people, two separate conversations about using the N word. Or I actually try not to say it as much now from the black conversation because I don't want to be the person to, I guess, add fuel to the fire. Because now it's more so conversations of people saying, "Oh, they said we should be able to say it too. It's just a word." And like, I'm not here to fuel that. But the same way I felt about someone calling me out of my name in any capacity, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, it's more like if I don't say it, you don't have to say it neither. Like,
Shouldn't even been on your mind if I didn't say it.
yeah, right, right. One of them. I'll let it fly from time to time when I'm with y'all or like the guys, and it's very lighthearted matters. And we're like laughing it up, but I'm not. I don't know. Less greetings. Mine. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I even lighten up on that. I'll try to call you by your name.
That's different.
It's not deep. It's not deep. It's just a practice. Now I'm just practicing not.
Funny enough.
And again,
go ahead. My bad. No, I was gonna say, funny enough, as much as I let the word fly, I don't use it at work, or I don't use it when I'm around like the motherfuckers I play Call of Duty and with. Yeah,
It's subliminal. You just can feel where you can use it.
yeah, but I also feel like it's interchangeable. Like he just said, motherfuckers. I feel like it's interchangeable with that.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, motherfuckers, and
yep.
because I have some white people that say that, like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" And I'm like, "What up, man?"
That's real close.
But no, that's what they be saying.
Yeah.
It's like I'd rather that than,
Yeah.
and this is a personal preference because this is a white person's like jam for real. Like they'll get some brothers off, and I know they say it to themselves. They say it to themselves. That's
funny though.
In real life, like now that I've lived a little bit more in life, I know that that's more military than anything.
Yep.
Brother.
Yep.
Brother. Because that your brothers and sisters in arms. It's not, you're not your race. You are all military. Brother, sister, like, but it's still like, it still hit me wrong. That does. It's like
that hits wrong.
You get a couple MFs off though. It's smooth. It's smooth.
Dang, I guess I never really thought about it. It's just every day for me. I do realize that I don't say it at work.
I for sure don't say it at work unless I'm really passionate about something, and it's still only around other, black people. But
ain't no black people around, so when I let it fly, everybody be like, eyes emoji. The dude with the T from SpongeBob. What you do to my drink? Yeah,
a diet Dr. Kelp.
Bro.
Well, yeah, no.
That's a new. I was just gonna say that's a new experience too. I grew up in a black neighborhood, and there was only like 2 white people in the school, so being able to just say whatever is new. Even in, I was gonna lie. When I went to San Francisco, it was a change of pace.
Mad
Not
diverse.
a lot of black people.
Mad diverse.
I was gonna say not a lot of black people. It is diverse. The city itself is, but where I was not. So it's like, that's when I first actually started training on when to use it and stuff.
Yeah.
But I still say I'm pretty free. I'll be letting that shit fly. I don't care. And if you got something to say, I'll be like, I'm black. I can say that. That's always my excuse. Like if I say it and somebody's like, "Don't say that," and I'm like, "I'm black. I can say that. You can't."
I'm
But then again, that might be toxic. But go ahead, my bad.
no. What might be toxic?
To say that, like they'd be like, "Oh, I guess."
Well, actually, this piggybacks right into what I wanted to say anyway. I was gonna say, I mean, maybe you get more info and maybe you change your mind later, or maybe not. I like reeling this back into the spectrum situation.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm too nice, and I will go on record to say, for the sake of this episode and where it went in terms of race, I have purposefully stopped ingesting my people's history because that shit depresses me. And it's not, and I am, and I again on the spectrum, I am more on the I don't give a fuck, not because I'm insensitive to what happened in our past. I'm saying because of where we live now might mess around and be the best the US has ever been. And I don't want that to cloud my judgment on how I live my life.
Yeah.
You know? Because then that would have been 5 additional fights I would have had if I cared a lot about my people's past.
Yeah.
You know, that's 5 potential moments I could have been locked up because it's me versus a white guy on a he say she say what happened situation. You know, like I don't know. It's very I feel like of course the topic of race is always going to be nuanced, but like who's to say now on my niceness and allowing people to pass? Who's to say I might not change my tune and lock in and learn more? Because I know quite a bit. I went to the site where Dr. King died. I've read my fair share of books that I'm supposed to read. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah. I've visited Fred Hampton's old house. They made it an exhibit out this way now. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty in tune, but I try not to be too in tune because I don't know. As a
Fucked up.
yeah, it's just another. It's. I feel like life is all about spectrums, and it's weird being black and being Christian. That's a paradox all itself.
That was one of my topics I wanted to speak on too.
And we can make that one in the future because I got plenty of people who bash me for that because like a lot of pro-black are anti-Christian and a lot more are Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but that's yeah, man. Who's to say I might not move? Is my point though.
Right.
You know. Yeah, yeah. I ain't delusional though. But go ahead. Yeah,
I don't dig in it. I don't dig into it because one, it's too fucking negative. Bro. I have enough negative energy, bro. I don't need more. I'm trying to balance the negative energy that I hold on to now.
That's just mine. You want me to learn about my ancestors? Like
bro,
what?
I don't care, bro. That's how I see it. Like, just don't.
Dang. I don't.
Because it's bro.
Yeah.
Because Marty, bro. Because like, think about it, bro. Like, it's just everywhere, bro. Everywhere, every fucking where, bro. Everybody want to keep talking about it, keep breaking it up, keep digging up the skeletons, bro. Bro, they're dead. Leave the dead, bro. Like that's literally a saying, bro. Leave the dead. Like, bro, it's the past.
Yeah.
Let it fucking go, bro. And that's the reason why a lot of motherfuckers are not moving forward because they refuse to let the shit go because of what the fuck happened to their great grandfather. Granted, yes, a lot of that shit wasn't that long ago, and you can go back to your great, but guess what? It's past, my nigga.
I'd like to interject.
Go ahead.
And say a lot of people, including myself. I'm not even gonna say a lot of people. I'm gonna use myself for this example. I don't know. I don't know past my grandmother. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's before that. I had this person. I met them, And as we were like getting to know each other on a day-to-day basis, history became one of the topics. And I might have mentioned this on the pod before, but it was like I couldn't say anything. I don't fucking know where my family's from, bro. I'm sorry to disappoint. They like I got Irish. I can go back to England whenever I want. You feel me? Like I don't have that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And that's a part of the reason why I like to personally focus on starting something myself,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. So like
100%.
I feel like honestly a lot of us are in that range.
Yeah,
Like I'm more interested in what's coming after me. You feel me? What's gonna happen to these paintings that I made? Who's gonna inherit this shit and talk about me 6 generations later? You feel me? You're gonna know who I am. You feel me? There's not gonna be a mistake because I'm not getting snatched. You feel me? I'm not getting taken. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know what's gonna happen, and I feel like even me saying that is important to this conversation.
yes.
You feel me? So like, yeah, that's my take on it. I'm not gonna say everybody's take, but like, I've never been interested because there's nothing there. There's no record. So what can I be interested in? What this book is telling me happened, and that's fucked up.
Yeah. But I'm gonna add and say like now that this is interesting how this took this turn, but I'm cool with it though. But like I'm I don't even think I think and this is funny because I just said I wasn't delusional, but I think I'm choosing to be delusional with this one because it was in my face. Like I do know. Like I know I'm not even that removed. It's just one great.
Mm-hmm.
Like my great grandmother on my mother's side was a slave. It's not that far. I
Mm-hmm.
know that my grandmother, who I love dearly, was the only one who went to college, and she had to walk barefoot, had to earn money herself by milking cows to get shoes. Like, I'm there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm like, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot because it's here, and that's not my life. My life looks like people at mass making poor financial decisions, and now I'm living in an economy where it's hard to buy groceries. That's my reality.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as tough. It's a different kind of tough.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm learning to navigate um how to break into spaces where there are blacks now. Maybe not a lot, but we're there. How do I break into that and make what the black community will call white money?
Right.
That's my obstacles, you know. But I don't even claim it as a struggle. It's just something to do, you
Yeah.
know. I That's why I'm like I don't know. It's to piggyback off what Courtney said. I don't even like the structure of the conversation that most black people choose to have and make it a struggle. As I said in the beginning of this, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Like there ain't no colored spots, bro. Go make some white friends.
Mm-hmm.
Go hang with the Asians. Get very acclimated at things that people like to say blacks don't know how to do. That does not have to be your reality. As a matter of fact, the more hatred you bear, the more it will be your
Yeah.
reality.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why I'm not kind of tucking that. I'm not keeping that.
Yeah.
Right.
Cause I wanna, like you said, bro. It's there is blacks in these spaces and shit now, and this honestly, I feel like this is going to go back to the question I had posed in the I don't know how many fucking podcasts ago when I said, why do people feel the need to save people, right? Because my thing is, yes, we've seen it. There are blacks in these spaces, right? But I'm gonna keep it a band, bro. A lot of our people don't want to be in these spaces, bro. they're not trying. They're not.
Yeah.
And they blame it,
Yeah.
and they try to blame it on other shit rather than take accountability, bro. Like, for real. Motherfuckers want to say it's because they in the hood. Leave, my nigga. What?
You are not a
Leave.
tree, bro.
Like, bro,
That's-
leave, bro. Like, you selling dope, right? Then use the money for something else.
and pivot, bro.
Right. Motherfuckers out here selling dope and shit, but still in the fucking hood. Weren't riding around in a fucking Bentley. Why?
Delusional.
Why?
They delusional, bro.
We-
We feel like that's it.
We talk about it like we're fucking with Dirk them. Why the fuck are you niggas coming back, bro? Why? You know how Chicago is, bro. Why the fuck are you coming back? You know the police are gonna be on y'all ass, bro. Why the fuck are y'all coming back? And then y'all fuck up y'all life because y'all came back. Stop coming back, bro. Stop trying to save motherfuckers, bro. Stop it. Because there's a reason why they come back. To try to help out. Bro, fuck
Give
that.
back.
Fuck that shit, bro.
Giving back is cool.
It's alright. Like I said, bro, stop trying to save people, bro. Like, if a motherfucker wants to be saved, they gonna be with you, bro. You don't have to. You don't have to go back to save anybody, because if they want to be saved, they gonna be right there with you. Going back is not saving them. It's detrimental to what the fuck you got going on. And I hate it. I really do. Because our people just sit up here and complain. Complain. Do something. Just fucking do something, bro.
Let's do something.
Talking about, oh, you can't make, such and such money because blah, blah, blah. The white man, blah, blah. Bro, go get a trade, my nigga. Go learn. Open up the computer, bro. Literally. Learn, bro. And, like, granted, yes, our ancestors was blocked out from, like, learning about the banks and shit. But so many of our people know about what the fuck going on with the banks and shit, and yet y'all not doing shit with it,
right.
bro.
Facts. You got Google now. You could Google some shit and find something out real quick.
Y'all have everything at y'all fucking fingertips, bro. Y'all know the shit. Y'all just refuse to do the shit because a lot of people don't want to put in the work.
I'm gonna say this real quick on a group level. And I don't subscribe to this, but I think this is part of the problem with me not really getting triggered at the N word. I don't really subscribe to my people as my team. People like get mad because like the Bears lost. Yeah, I don't subscribe.
Yeah.
You said what?
I said they won today.
They did win today.
But go ahead, my man.
Yeah, no. But like, yeah, I'm saying like I don't take my community's L's to heart, because if I did, I'd be way more pissed, and it would be at black people because they have. I'm always use video game references. They have and sports. They have the loser mentality, bro.
Yep.
I feel like we're at the bottom, like Courtney was saying, because most people at mass are not trying to find answers on how to be better for self because they're too busy serving and thinking they don't have enough time, and then adopting the woe is me because you're sacrificing your time for everything but you. Like you're not investing properly.
Yep.
And if you're not doing it for yourself, I know you're not doing it for your money. I know you're not doing it. I know you're not organizing. Like it's these type of baby steps that will lead you to better things. Like I don't know. I just wanted to say that because we don't have to be suffering like this, but it is a choice of deciding to be nice and be right with a God than to be right with yourself and thrive, and then be able to help many more because you made that decision and that sacrifice. So I don't know.
I just want to say, multiple times I have been out in the hundreds, and I've seen Bentleys. That's why I brought that up, bro. Why the fuck are you driving a Bentley in the hundreds, my nigga?
Ain't got nan business.
Like,
or you got a lot of business.
But
even if you do,
why? You got the bread to buy a Bentley, bro. Why are you here?
Let me add this in this too, and while we speaking on this and that whole go fast, go along thing. Once you've reached a certain threshold of knowledge and or money, both, please pivot, and then get the people so you can go far. Because if you're just going fast, especially in that scenario, yeah, you not finna last long, bro.
Yeah.
Whether that mean your life or your situation, circumstances about to switch real quick if you keep doing fast living. You know? And for the people who are just strictly an honest business, same thing. Like, you're going to have to figure out how to pick good soft skills or character traits in people to make a team, because you can't do it by yourself. You're going to have to employ some people, and you don't want your business to be like all those other jobs you hated working. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to know how to, this is the spectrum, man. This is why this is super important to me, because if you're too nice, I'm just going to go on the record to say this. I just don't think that you're going to go super far, or you're taking too much time. You need to know how to dial it back a bit on the spectrum to be able to go somewhere. You have to cut on the asshole, like Courtney said, that you're doing, right? And know when to cut on the niceness. Like you do it for the people who you've selected. Yeah. Everyone else doesn't necessarily need to get the full kind version of you, I guess is what I'm getting at.
And that's a good way to round it up. I ain't gonna lie, because I was just thinking about that. Like, when you said that last sentence, I thought about working with just clients.
Yeah.
There's been plenty of times where people just get over. And I'll just be like, all right, man, I'm gonna keep creating so this is cool. But no, it's not cool. I should have been an asshole. So I guess what I was gonna say was it's a nice balance. It's a nice balancing act, I should say.
Yes.
You as in me, gotta figure that shit out, man.
Me too. Still figuring it out.
We, us. Y'all too, nigga.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, please.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all done made it this far, y'all might as well go ahead and like the video. Y'all might as well like the video. And go ahead and subscribe to this motherfucker. You see how I said motherfucker? I ain't call you out your name. Because you my motherfucker. You feel me? I'm fucking with you. But nah, and go ahead and drop a comment for me on what part of the spectrum do you feel like you falling on, huh? You delusional? Or you one of them people I don't like where you claim to be humble and you out here me, yapping at the mouth and just not making it true, all right? Let me know in the comments where you at with this. Talk to me. We gonna talk back. Because y'all not talking enough right now. I'm gonna need you to up this. All right? Up this phone.
We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you.
We really do. Really do. Who chopping in? You making it this far? You listening?
You might
just hear it. So you ain't gonna get that reference if you're not checking all the videos. I need you to check the videos because this ain't even that one. This ain't even that one. You listening?
Damn.
Man.
Listening? Hearing. Oh, other way around. You hearing or you listening? There you go.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all
right, well, that's been another great episode of Everyday Epiphanies, man. We sit up here and yap about a variety of miscellaneous topics, man. Mm-hmm. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and we gonna holler at y'all, man. We out. Peace.